It was a quiet Friday evening at a rustic bar on the outskirts of Albuquerque, the kind of place that smelled of old wood, beer, and nostalgia. Locals came here to unwind after a long week, sharing stories over cold drinks and the occasional tune from a weathered jukebox in the corner. On this particular night, the place was buzzing with chatter when the heavy oak doors swung open, and in walked Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Known for his larger-than-life personality and action hero stature, The Rock wasn't there to cause a scene. He had been filming nearby and had come to grab a quick bite before heading back to his hotel. Dressed in a simple grey t-shirt and jeans, he was a picture of casual humility. Yet his towering frame and unmistakable charisma couldn't help but draw attention. "Is that The Rock?" whispered a man at the bar. Heads turned, and the energy in the room shifted as people recognized the superstar. A few smiled, others nudged their companions, and some even debated whether to approach him for an autograph. Dwayne acknowledged the crowd with a polite nod and a warm smile. He found a seat near the back, hoping for a quiet meal. The bartender approached nervously, stammering as he asked for Dwayne's order. "Just a burger and a water, please," The Rock said with a grin. "And don't worry about all this," he gestured to the whispers around the room. "I'm just here to eat like everyone else." As the atmosphere began to settle, the bar doors opened again. This time, it wasn't a Hollywood star who entered, but a group of 6 men, all wearing leather jackets adorned with intimidating insignias. The gang had a reputation in the area for causing trouble, and their entrance cast a shadow over the bar's warm ambience. The leader of the group, a tall, burly man with a scar running down his cheek, scanned the room with an air of dominance. His name was Kurt, and his gang thrived on intimidation. Spotting Dwayne at the back table, Kurt smirked. "Well, well, look who it is," he said loudly, drawing the attention of everyone in the bar. "The big-shot movie star gracing us with his presence." Dwayne glanced up, his expression calm but firm. "Evening," he said simply, his deep voice steady. Kurt sauntered over, followed by his gang. "What's a guy like you doing in a dump like this?" he sneered. "Shouldn't you be sipping fancy cocktails on some yacht?" The room grew tense. The bartender froze, unsure whether to intervene or stay out of it. Dwayne, however, remained composed. "Just grabbing a bite," he said. "Mind if I enjoy it in peace?" Kurt chuckled darkly. "Peace? In our bar? Sorry, big guy, but you're in the wrong place for that." The gang began to circle his table, their presence menacing. Dwayne didn't flinch. "Look," he said, his tone calm but commanding, "I'm not here to cause trouble. Let's keep it that way." But Kurt wasn't interested in backing down. "How about this?" he said, leaning in close. "You get up, leave your burger, and walk out of here. This place ain't for your kind." Dwayne's jaw tightened. "My kind?" he asked, his voice low but unmistakably firm. Kurt nodded mockingly. "Yeah, big shot, Hollywood types. You don't belong here." The words hung heavy in the air, their underlying racism unspoken but clear. The bar fell silent, all eyes on the unfolding confrontation. Dwayne stood slowly, his towering frame dwarfing Kurt and his gang. "Let me tell you something," he said, his voice steady but powerful. "I grew up in places just like this, working hard, facing challenges, earning respect, so don't think for a second that I don't belong." The gang snickered, but there was a flicker of uncertainty in their eyes. Kurt, unwilling to back down in front of his crew, decided to push further. "Is that so?" he said. "Well, let's see if you can earn our respect the hard way." With that, he lunged at Dwayne, aiming to shove him, but The Rock was ready. With a swift, practiced move, he sidestepped and grabbed Kurt's arm, twisting it just enough to make him wince. "Bad idea," Dwayne said, his voice calm but edged with authority. The other gang members hesitated for a moment before rushing in. The bar erupted into chaos as they attacked, but Dwayne's years of wrestling and action stunts had prepared him for situations like this. He moved with precision, using the gang's momentum against them. One by one, they found themselves on the floor, groaning in pain. Despite his obvious skill, Dwayne held back, ensuring his moves were defensive rather than aggressive. He didn't want to escalate the situation, he just wanted to end it. When the dust settled, Kurt and his gang were sprawled across the floor, dazed and defeated. Dwayne stood in the center, barely out of breath. "Anyone else?" he asked, his tone almost bored. The gang members scrambled to their feet, dragging Kurt with them. "This isn't over," Kurt muttered, his bravado clearly shaken. Dwayne stepped closer, towering over him. "It is if you're smart," he said. "Now get out." The gang didn't need to be told twice. They stumbled out of the bar, their swagger replaced by humiliation. As the door slammed shut, the bar erupted in applause. People cheered and clapped, their fear replaced by admiration. The bartender approached Dwayne, a wide grin on his face. "That was incredible," he said. "Your meal's on the house." Dwayne chuckled. "Thanks, but I think I've lost my appetite." He turned to leave, but a voice called out from the crowd. "Wait! Can we get a picture?" Dwayne paused, then smiled. "Sure," he said, posing with the group of excited patrons. As he walked out into the night, the bar's atmosphere was lighter, the fear replaced by a sense of unity. The Rock hadn't just defended himself, he'd stood up to injustice and reminded everyone that true strength comes from character, not intimidation. Word of the incident spread quickly, making headlines and trending on social media. People praised Dwayne for his courage and composure, hailing him as not just a movie star, but a real-life hero. For Dwayne, it was just another day of doing what he believed was right. And for the gang, they learned the hard way that some battles are better left unfought, especially when your opponent is The Rock. Share your thought in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to my channel. I pour my heart into crafting stories like this for you, and your support is the one helps me keep going. I appreciate having you on this journey,